Hi, welcome to PDQ Live. I'm Tara, and this is not Josh.
Not
In
Josh.
case you're wondering. This is Nick. Nick is our compliance manager. Yeah.
Yep. I am here.
He is joining us today because you guessed it, we are going to be talking about compliance today. We're also going to be doing a pretend audit. It's a real audit, but it's on our pretend domain.
Sure.
I
Yep.
want to clarify because we probably won't do that well.
Yeah. Let's definitely clarify. This
Yes.
isn't PDQ as it is for you all. This is
No.
for Tara. So
This is a very isolated domain. It's not a production domain, so just clarifying that. We'll say that a couple more times. Okay. Then
clear.
we are going to shed a tear. We haven't done that for a while. But first, Kelly has an announcement.
I do, because obviously today we're going to be talking about audits and compliance. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, we have a webinar coming up on October 8th, 11 a.m. Okay, so what we're going to do is dive deeper into how PDQ Connect can help you if you're in the financial services industry, because there are a lot of regs, a lot of requirements, and PDQ Connect can actually make it a lot easier for you. So I will be dropping that information, boom, and a link that you can register for that webinar. Once again, October 8th, 11 a.m. That's it.
Okay, so
Nice.
Nick, first of all, let's just get it out of the way.
Sweet.
Compliance audits.
I hear it all the time.
You
all
do
the
you?
time. Yeah, I do. it's I heard when I first started working at PDQ, there was a couple questions like, "Oh, nice to meet you. What do you do? Why'd you choose this career?"
Yeah.
And I get that a lot, and I get it, but I'm a nerd. I love what I do, and I love this part of my job, and so I'm happy to talk about compliance.
Okay, so let's just get it out of the way because I think you might know this, but
Sure.
IT people can be real stinky about this kind of stuff. Because I'm just going to be honest, they have a lot of stuff to do.
Right.
Why should they care about compliance and do all this stuff just to satisfy the auditors?
Yeah, and that really is like the crux of the issue. An IT person didn't go into IT because they wanted to check some boxes, make some business decision makers happy, and say, "Oh, look at me, this is what I do." But the truth of it is, like, revenue gets unlocked by compliance, not getting fined by certain regulatory bodies.
Yeah.
And so having a strong IT team that is like knowledgeable, willing, and leans into helping with compliance
Yeah.
can become less of a, "Oh, this is a compliance chore," and more like, "This is just the job I do. This is the
Yeah.
credit I get for all the hard work I do." And then on the back end, a compliance officer or manager could help streamline the process of getting that credit, if you will.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to give you another reason that I see, having done this sort of work in the past and been an IT manager.
Mhm.
More revenue for your company working together with a compliance officer can actually mean more budget being thrown your way
Sure.
in IT department. That can actually mean more staff for you, more tools for the IT department. So it's kind of
Right.
a win-win.
Yeah, and I think not to get too like into the finance side of things, but I think the idea is that you have like revenue unblockers or things that provide revenue, but then you have cost centers or things that are purely just a cost to a company.
Yeah.
But if you can start mapping or like finding the collaboration between like the things that cost money for a company and the way you get money,
Yeah.
then it becomes more valuable, right? So
Yeah.
IT standalone by itself is meant to keep the lights on and keep everything running, and
Yeah.
arguably the most important about part of the company because it keeps it going, but it's seen as like a cost center.
Sure.
But if you map that to, oh, now we like this IT team is crucial to getting our SOC 2, our SOC 2 is crucial to keeping this revenue.
Yeah.
It's no longer just cost, it's about a shared responsibility for that revenue. So
Sure.
that's the thing I like about it, is
Yeah.
that bridge between the two.
Yeah. So, I mean, I imagine your job, part of your job is convincing IT to do stuff, but let's call it out. Getting certifications gets more money for your company,
Sure.
right? That's a good
Yep.
reason to do it.
Yeah, totally it can. Yep.
Okay. Let's dive into it and talk about the difference between certifications, regulations, and maybe you can try to convince our persnickety IT people why they should do it. What do you
Okay.
think?
No, that sounds good.
Okay. So first off, what the crap is GDPR and why do we care about it, Nick?
So yeah, GDPR, a lot of people probably heard about this. This is one that's like a hot button topic and rather annoying at times, to be completely frank. But it's a regulation. So again, talking about that whole thing, it's a governing body stating like you have to do this, and it is over the EU, so EU citizens. Us as an American company, though, we need to follow GDPR because we have customers that are from the EU, right?
Okay.
And it's basically just a standard that a company needs to follow when protecting the data of those EU citizens.
Okay, so we're a global company.
Yep.
We have European citizens, so we need to follow this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Truth be told, yep.
Actually, let me back up a minute because when we first started talking about this to you, I reached out and said, can you give us a visual of what should lead us, how we should start with our compliance? And we were going to have Drew make a picture, but I mean, can we do better than this? Because look at what you made for us.
Oh yeah, this was a really quick just sketch in Slack, but I think it's pretty beautiful.
It is. Look at it.
I think it makes sense though, right? Like at the top, if you think of regulation, there's going to be a smaller portion of people or companies that might be regulated. In a sense of GDPR, it is pretty big, but again, it's really just about the EU and who they're. And then customer needs, that's going to be like those contractual things we talked about, like a SOC 2, ISO. We'll get into that.
Okay.
And then the security frameworks is really where a company starts. And a lot of IT professionals will start here too, as they're building things and implementing things. They'll think of like a NIST framework or NIST CSF.
Okay.
And that's a very baseline of like, this is how you get started in the world of security and
Yeah.
keeping your data secure.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so GDPR Global 1. All right, now let's jump into certifications. Oh my gosh, there are so many, Nick. So can you break it down for us? So what's ISO?
Yeah, so ISO, and forgive me, I can't remember the like actual the acronym for what that means, but essentially ISO is an international standard for security, but well, the 27001 is security. But ISO has compliance certifications over like many things. So they just came out with a new one for AI usage, talking about vibe coding above. I'm sure that's that's going to be something that's going to be goes hand in hand with that compliance structure. They have some for like manufacturing, quality assurance, and in like laboratories and things like that. But ISO 27001 is very specific to security at a company, and it's more internationally recognized.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, you're already freaking me out. So what if my company doesn't have a U? How can anyone keep all this straight?
Yeah, I mean, it is difficult, and there's a lot of companies out there doing things like I don't know if people have heard of Vanta or Drata. There's a lot of, not to shill some companies, but those are some of the vendors that are out there that kind of help streamline some of this. But I think it makes the most sense to think about what your business actually needs.
Yeah,
you need security, no matter what.
Yeah, sure.
No matter what kind of company you are. And then it starts to think about, well, I don't really have an international footprint right now, but I have a lot of American companies.
Sure.
So maybe I need a SOC 2, for instance.
Okay, let's move down to that. So wait, did ISO PCI, is this the credit card one?
Yeah, so that's protection of like debit cards, credit cards, cash cards. So as a company who retains credit card information, you need to follow this. And it's basically created by all the big brand credit card companies. And it's really a CYA for them to be able to say like, we're trusting you with this. As you use our stuff, you need to protect it. And it kind of is a finger point, right?
Okay.
If something goes wrong, there's a line of succession of like, where did it go wrong?
Okay.
But if you handle credit card information or debit cards and you have PCI DSS, you're going to be in less trouble and you're going to be more secure. So it's one of those things that you need to do.
Okay. Then SOC 1, SOC 2. What's the difference between these two?
Yeah. So SOC 1 isn't necessarily, it's like a numerical order of things. SOC 1 is completely different in the sense of it's the security around your financial systems, essentially. So a publicly traded company, we're going to talk about Sarbanes Oxley in a little bit. One of the things that they're required to do is provide assurance to me as an investor or you as an investor that the financial data is accurate. So SOC 1 is basically the security around how that financial information is processed.
Okay.
So access controls, change management, things like that.
Okay.
Making sure that when you're using that tool, it's the numbers coming out of it are trusted.
Okay. And these ones that are time bound. So if I can get myself together for the first audit, then I can slack off for a while until they come back. Is this one?
Yeah. So no.
Okay.
So so SOC 2 and SOC 1 have two different forms of their report. But essentially, it's usually a 12-month period. So for a certain period of time, you need to be able to prove that here's all the changes we did,
Mhm.
and here's the processes we followed.
Mhm.
Or this person was terminated, we removed their access.
Mhm.
So it's a look at today, but also it can go back 12 months.
It's a snapshot.
It could
See,
be
you
today,
said I
but
couldn't
it
slack
could
off,
go
but
back
it sounds like I
12
can.
months.
Aha.
In certain instances, maybe, but no.
Okay. So this one I slap on my company, and all of a sudden I'm much more desirable to people.
Yeah, the
They're
truth
like,
of it.
they've got it together.
Yeah, the truth of the
Okay.
market right now is that they see SOC 2. There's a little more trust there.
Gotcha. Okay, CMMC. I've not heard of this one. What's this one?
So that's a U.S. federal regulation.
U.S. one. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it hasn't
Department
officially.
of Defense.
Yes.
Why is this different than FedRAMP? What, are these the same? Do they go hand in hand?
They're very similar. FedRAMP is more specifically towards cloud resources and cloud, like PDQ Connect, for instance.
Okay.
And if a federal agency or DoD wanted to use PDQ Connect,
Mm-hmm.
we would need to be FedRAMP compliant. CMMC is more about where the data from the government comes from. It's over confidential, unclassified information.
Mm-hmm.
So like building blueprints or PII related to employees of the federal government.
Okay.
How is that protected?
Oh my gosh, you are Josh's employee because look at you love acronyms. Okay, so if I'm FedRAMP approved, that opens up an avenue of revenue, and I can just get a whole bunch of contracts. Yes. Am I thinking
Yeah,
that?
I mean, truth be told, yes. I mean, what happens is you go through a stage of like readiness, making sure you're doing all the things, checking all these boxes, making sure your security is in such a place.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a sponsor from the federal government that basically says like, we're going to trust PDQ at this point. We're going to bring them into the world of the DoD and making sure that like everything is good. And once you've kind of got to that point, you land yourself on the FedRAMP marketplace.
Ooh.
And at that point, other DoD agencies, federal government agencies can look at that and say, oh, we need an endpoint management software, and PDQ looks great. We're going to use that.
It's like a dating site for companies.
I guess
Nick.
if you
Look
want
at
to go that
man.
way, it could be. It's a pretty boring dating site, but yeah, it could
Okay.
be used that way.
So why do I need certifications? Can't I just get these ones right here, and then I'm like, hey, I'm good to go. I can get all this business.
Yeah, it really just comes down to, like I said, what your customers need. If you don't have a
Okay.
federal government or you're a customer and you're never going to,
Mhm.
there's zero reason to spend all that money. This is very, very expensive to be FedRAMP.
Okay.
Whereas a SOC 2 has a lower cost to entry
Mm-hmm.
and opens up a lot of the commercial side of revenue.
Okay.
And then ISO, for us, that's something that we're continuing to look at because we are continually building our international footprint. And so it goes hand in hand with what we're already doing. So it's really not about, I'm just going to get this because I need it.
Yeah.
Because that's when compliance becomes more just cost and less revenue unlocking.
Mhm.
It's meant to be strategic, right?
Okay.
So, and
Okay.
compliance isn't security.
I know you wanted to talk about SOX something. This one, Sarbanes Oxley. So let's hear the quick down.
Yeah, so super quick. This is just a federal regulation that came out
Mhm.
in around 2002 after Enron and a couple other really bad fraudulent things were happening.
Mhm.
And it's essentially public companies have to follow certain things to be able to prove that the financial audit and the financial data they're representing to investors is accurate.
Okay.
So every publicly traded company has to go through SOX.
Okay. So there's a whole bunch of other ones where
Sure.
we don't have time to talk about all of them, but just give me the quick down and dirty between regulations and certifications, because if I'm in a highly regulated industry, do I need certifications, and what's the difference there?
Yeah, that's a
Quickly
good
give
point.
us that.
Yeah, so if you're in a highly regulated industry, your customers are going to tell you what they have to get from you.
Mm.
And so a lot of times, if you're a very financially regulated company, you're going to have all these things that exceed what SOX and other things are
Yeah.
doing. And so then there's no really reason to get SOC 2 because you have all these other things that you can kind of get the credit for.
I'm doing it anyway.
Right. And so there is a lot of overlap there too, like that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, should we audit us?
Let's do it.
Okay. Nick, you don't know me that well, but I'm just going to tell you, I really hate to fail.
Okay.
I'm a massive type A person. And again, I'm going to say it for the record, this is a throwaway domain.
Okay.
Not at all taken seriously by
Right.
Josh. He doesn't really care about this domain at all. I do. So, you ready to audit us?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we downloaded this SOC 2 audit, and Drew's going to put in the description of the YouTube where you can download this yourself if you want to do a self-audit for yourself and see how you would do as well. I think it's going to be painful, but that's okay. We're going to do it. So, Drew is going to give it to us.
Oh yeah, I'll grade you. I'll grade you.
us.
So let's look at our user access review.
Yes. So you're going to ask me the questions, and I'm going to be honest because I totally wanted to cheat, and I wanted to go in and fix all this stuff when we said we were going to do it, but I didn't. I promise you guys, I did not fix anything. I left it exactly how it is. All right, ready? I'm gonna be totally honest. What's the first thing?
The user access review. Active accounts versus the HR roster.
Okay.
Looking for orphan and unused accounts. That's what we're doing.
Okay, here we go. Here are all my accounts right here. So this is everybody that exists in the web domain right now, Nick.
Yep.
They are all still active.
It looks like it, yeah. And
Questions?
when was someone... I guess the idea with the user access review is you go look, see if it is. But what would you do if someone showed up here that doesn't work for PDQ anymore?
Well, I'm a complete crazy person, so I have the biggest spreadsheet you've ever seen in your life where I write down where they go. And I actually have an OU here called old delete. I move them to this OU, and then I mark on description when I disabled or deleted them. But I don't have anyone because, again, a crazy person, so they're all gone here. And then I track it on my change control sheet.
Looks like you're doing well here.
So, yes, give me my check mark. Give it to me. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Next one.
Next one, MFA enforcement. Check out our MFA enabled. Is it all the privileged or remote accounts? Do they have their MFAs?
So we're going to jump over here to group policy here. And I'm not going to lie to you. I do not have that set up, Nick.
Okay, so that's a big X. Oh, there it is.
That's...
Fail.
Yeah, it's upsetting. But yeah. I said I wasn't going to lie.
Let's go. Let's one for one. Let's go for the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
Password lockout policy. Your domain policies are enforced with complexity, expiry, and lockout thresholds.
Okay. Truth. I told you I was going to be truthful. I just made this last week.
Nice. Okay.
And it's set for 8 characters. There's no complexity whatsoever. So I'm just going to be honest with you, Mr. Auditor.
Better late than never. You would fail over a period of time, but if it's in place right now, you're closer than you were before. So I think we give it to you.
What?
Winner!
Yay! Okay.
All right. We are cruising. Change management. Do you have a recent system or config changes that show approval and testing?
Does my spreadsheet count, or you want it somewhere else?
You know, typically this is, I mean, when you're talking about domain versus like a big organization, it's a little bit different. But I think the spreadsheet, if you're tracking like there's approvals and what was changed and sign-offs, then I think you'd be good here.
I have that.
All
Her
right.
spreadsheet is insanely thorough.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
We could take a look at it if you want to.
Yeah, look at all those tabs.
Yeah, I mean,
Here, I'll put it up. Look at that.
I have everything. Everything you ever wanted to know. Yes, I have it. Yeah.
So much.
Oh, shoot, it's refreshed.
I know you got to
Should've
log
done
in.
that. Okay. I have everything. Everything you ever want to know about
All right,
this domain.
next
I
one.
have. Okay, next one.
We got about 2.5 minutes left on this.
Okay, go.
Patch management.
Oh,
Where are we at with
yeah.
patch management?
Oh, I need a total gold star here because this is where we're going to win, but it's really not me. It's just Connect. So everything in this domain is automated. So whatever you want to know is right here.
Perfect example of how tools like PDQ obviously can help with this.
Yeah. This one is
Yeah,
easy to
flying
find,
colors.
So, yeah. Okay, flying colors. Yes. What's next?
Next, logging and monitoring. Security logs are centralized, retained, and reviewed.
I'm not going to lie. I have no.
Just know.
I don't have a sim. I have nothing. Just know. Just give me the F right now.
Let me be on my way.
Yeah.
Incident response. At least one security incident or alert handled and documented.
Okay, so I need to know, what does this mean?
Yeah, so typically companies are going to need a documented playbook of how they're going to respond to maybe malware being downloaded to a device or credentials being leaked somehow. In your context with a local thing that's a domain that's kind of not,
Yes.
it's hard to know. But if you don't have it in place,
We did have a TV that broke last week and Drew fixed
That's
it.
a different
Does that
incident.
count?
you didn't write it down, or you can't take credit for that.
Dang it!
We fixed it by buying a new one, so
This is
didn't exactly
killing me.
fix it.
I think we've got like three and three failed and three. We're doing okay. right, backup and recovery. Are your backups run successfully and restores are tested periodically?
Josh won't even let me take a snapshot, so no.
Again, Josh's fault.
Yes, I think that's what we're saying. It's just Josh's fault.
That's a real throwaway domain right there when you have no way to bring it back.
Yeah.
All right, vendor
It's done.
risk management. Critical vendors reviewed for security, their SOC 2 or their contracts.
I have no vendors.
Connect has a SOC too.
Oh!
You should be good to go.
I'll give it to you.
No, gosh. This is really good. This is helpful though, because this is what would really happen, right?
Yeah, right. If anyone out there is using PDQ Connect, they can rely on our SOC 2, which we just got last month,
Oh.
a refresh, and they'll need it for their compliance work too.
Oh, that's really helpful. Okay.
All right, our final one. Policy
final
and
one.
training. Employees trained on security policies in an annual review.
This is just no. At least in this context of this domain.
Do you guys feel like you're trained?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Remember when you told me not to log in with my own? Yeah, I don't know.
And you ignored me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
yeah.
that. I remember that, Drew. Yeah, okay, fine. Give me my red X. Gah! I hate all of you.
Better luck next time.
Okay, thank you, Nick. Thank you for that really painful thing that I failed.
We will share that list in the description. I'll put it
Yes.
in right after the show so everybody will have a
Yes.
chance to kind of go through their own.
Yeah, but yeah, so go on to the thing and you can download your own, and I definitely suggest doing it.
It's meant to be a quick idea of like where you sit in the whole context. There's obviously a lot more involved, but that's a quick understanding of now you know what to fix and start
Yeah.
working towards.
For sure. Okay. Ready to shed a tear?
I love
mean,
to
she
shed
just
tears.
She just shed a lot.
Shed a tear.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have it pulled up?
I have it pulled up. You guys gonna share it?
Yeah, I'll put it on and we'll talk through it. Basically, as we said before, this is all the things that sysadmins hate,
Yes.
or at least their worst nightmares types of things. And so I'm going to put a link in the chat, and everybody can kind of play along and fill in your own. And as soon as these guys have gone through theirs, and I think we're bringing Brock in for this. But go ahead and jump on that tier maker and add your own rankings. And do I have a Brock? Did I lose Brock?
Well, I can't have
No,
Brock
no,
and
I'm
this
still
on the
here.
same
Well, let's do
screen.
Brock now, and we'll sort some things out, and then we'll go back to what everybody else is doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Brock, I don't know if you can hear me, but maybe
I
he
can
can't
hear
hear
you.
me.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
Brock, bring your own device. How much does this annoy you? Where do you want to put this?
Okay, so we're rating them like an S is like things we hate.
Yes.
Right? And oh wait, but
I think it
then
goes
we got
reverse because
die
D is
down there.
die. So I think S is like I
Okay,
can handle
so
it.
S isn't that bad. Okay. Bring your own device. I don't know, it's probably somewhere like a C because I don't love the thought of I don't know. I like complete control of a device, right? Of
Mhm.
network, of like anything computer related, data
Mhm.
related, anything like that. I'm like, I just want complete control over. And a lot of times with bring your own device, you have to come up with like this compromise, right? Where it's like, oh, we kind of control these things,
Yeah.
but maybe not complete control about where they're taking their device, what, Wi-Fi they're connecting to and things like that. So
Okay.
I don't know. Not a huge fan.
DNS.
It's always DNS.
It's always
always
DNS.
It's always DNS, but I mean, I love DNS because it does so much for us, right?
It's gonna be a C
It's
for us.
it's working so hard in the background that it's like, like if everybody knew what like DNS did every single day for like every single device, every single like website or online service you go to and everything, if everybody knew like what DNS did for you, I think it would just be an S tier. But gosh, it just for
You
some
gotta
reason
be
it's
B or
always
A.
DNS.
You want to do B or A? Okay. Wow. Okay, you guys are nice. Okay, drive-by
If it works.
requests. I have a hot take on this. So, I don't get ready to freak out. Bring your torches. I don't care about drive-by requests as much as most people.
Yeah,
What do you want
I
to put?
don't hate them. I honestly
Oh,
don't mind. Like if
yeah.
somebody sees me out and about, but I will throw a caveat in here because if somebody sees me out and about and they're having an issue, and it's usually just like,
Hi,
hey,
Marcel.
yeah, I can fix this like super quick. I love to help people out. That's part of why I was like in IT, right? But if all of a sudden they come and like, hey, I have an issue real quick, you mind just drop it in my office real quick and take a look at it, and I drop in and it's a printer issue or something, then all of a sudden it's like, die.
Entitled
you,
end
but-
users go straight to die. I think we can all agree with that. Home requests. Oh, that's a serious die for me. I
New
hate
stand-up.
that. I hate it.
I set up like I basically after probably like 2 years as an IT person, I drew a line and I just stopped doing it. Everybody would ask, and I would just I had this basically that's what I would say every single time if someone asked, and it was the same every single time. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, I don't do them.
How about no ticket?
Again, that kind of goes to drive-by requests for me. That's probably more of like B or C tier.
Okay.
Because
Put it
again,
in
I'm
B.
happy to help if I'm out and about and somebody just like,
Uh-huh.
hey, I need help real quick, and I help them, and they, then I'm usually like, hey, put in a ticket so we can like track
Yeah,
that, what
same.
had happened. But sometimes that doesn't happen.
Okay,
and
printers.
whatever. Oh, I mean, die.
Die, obviously.
Every
yeah,
single print. It's
immediately.
like, what are we even printing anymore? It's like fax machines. Why do they still exist? I mean, come
It's
on,
true.
people.
Special CEOs. I know where this goes for me, but what do you think?
That's for sure.
Special CEOs. Gosh. I mean, yeah, if Dan's listening, S.
Nope, not Dan, but previous job. Straight to die for me, man. Straight to die. But where do you want to put it?
That could be, I mean, that one's polarizing, right? It's like, it can be S. Like Dan, I love working with Dan Cook. He's amazing. But yeah, there's been CEOs where it's like, they just expect everything and you kind of become their personal IT person. And then, yeah, you've got them in the right place.
Okay. Let's hit save. Yeah.
Yeah, you just leave it there, and I'll pull up what audience has done. Are you ready?
Okay. Don't hit save. Just leave
Yeah,
it.
just leave it right there.
Okay. Let's
All
see.
right, so here's
Let's see
what
how we
audience has
compare.
done. This is their sort of like most votes, and we had 17 participants, 84 votes, and this is where they landed.
Oh.
Their special
Wait,
CEOs are die.
Is it the same exact? Oh wait, okay. So
I'm
home
on Zoom,
requests.
so I
are-
can't tell
Yeah.
if I'm looking at like
Yeah, which
ours
one are you
still,
seeing?
or if
So we're pretty close.
oh, okay, it was pretty close.
Aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, their DNS is up
Yeah.
on A,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like their no ticket is a die.
Yeah, I think that's how most people
Ooh.
feel. I just don't feel. I just ask them to do a ticket, but I don't care that much. So.
If we average the votes, they all kind of like line up right there at C.
Uh-huh.
So if you average everything.
I was thinking the same thing Shelby just put that nobody loves. Maybe we should put like pizza parties and then we could have thrown that in S tier.
Yeah, I know.
That makes sense.
That's
That-
about right. That's about right.
That's funny that it's
We
we
hate
fall
everything.
in line. It's like, yeah, all the IT people agree on like basically the same stuff. We all have the pet peeves, and and I wonder if there's something about that just like makes you gravitate towards becoming an IT person, right? To becoming a sysadmin is like how you categorize this. Like, I wonder what the correlation is there.
I think that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there is something to that for sure. Of like this, like I hate this thing, but I love it because I'm the one who can fix it. There's something there to that too.
You
Yeah.
should have had mobile phones on there. I have a special hate for mobile phones.
I think the BYO kind of helps us with that.
That's true. Okay.
Cool.
Well, Nick, thank you so much for coming on
Yeah,
and
happy
helping
to
us
be here.
clarify compliance. For PDQ, I'm Tara.
I'm Nick.
Thank you so much for joining our webcast today. Do us a couple of favors. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. That makes us smile. Also, join us on Discord. That really makes us smile, and it will make you smile as well, because that, my friends, is where the party is. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you back here next time.